Like, I've not made one of these for a while, so I don't really know what I'm going to say. I just, I did say part of doing these was like to use them like a bit of a journal, a bit of a diary, whatever. And I have found them to be therapeutic. I think you can just talk, and you know you're not going to be interrupted and corrected. Because I think that's why people get scared. I know that's why people get scared. It's that whole thing of so many people just go, "You're not the only one going through this," you know. Even though people never say that. People never say, "I'm the only one going through this." But I think the reason why people think, or they might come across like they think they're the only one going through this, is because everyone tells them that everyone goes through it. And like, yeah, maybe they do, but maybe not as often and not as severely. I think that's really as simple as it is. So all the people who think they understand, it's mainly just the ones who get angry. You can all fuck off. Literally, the ones who shout at you. So you're not the only one going through this, you know. I hate that expression. Doesn't fucking matter. Doesn't fucking matter. Would you say that to someone who was dying? Because everyone is dying. Every day you're closer to the day that you die. It's not a nice thing to fucking face though, is it? You know what I mean? Would you say that to people with any fucking illness? There's always millions of people going through it. Why would you say you're not the only one going through it, you know? To them, you wouldn't, would you? But people like me, us, get it all the time. And this is like one of those, this is just one of those deliberate alone times because there's no fucking point. There's no fucking point. No one can lift me and I can't lift myself. It's just this feeling there of just total fucking what's the pointlessness. Because every time I fucking think I'm getting somewhere, I don't. And I can get so fucked up over the slightest little argument. So fucked up over the slightest little thing. I spend so much time fucking screaming or wanting to fucking scream when I'm out and about. That's what knocks your confidence. That's what makes you feel shit about yourself. Because you know you can't fucking help that fucking shit happening. You try. You fucking try. And it still fucking happens. And when it does happen, everyone tells you can do something about it by thinking your way out of it. And that's why you just give up. That's why you just give up and think, stop fucking telling me I can think my way out of it. So all I fucking do is try and think my fucking way out of it. All I was doing for years before I fucking met you was that. So stop telling me I can. Please stop telling me I can think my way out of it. I can't think my way out of it. I'm quite clever. If I could think my way out of something, I would. I have dragged myself out of all kinds of situations. I really fucking have. I've been fucking low. I've done all the shit that everyone says we all go through. Yeah, I have gone through. And I'm good at dragging myself out of shit. I always fucking have been. I always fucking have been. I've always been the king of fucking the brave face and the positive fucking outlook. But I just feel like I'm smashing the shit out of that right now and fuck all's happening. And these lows just fucking come along and just smash you to fuck. It's kind of like when you're doing a complicated job and there's like music on or someone starts talking to you. And you go, shut up a minute, and you get flustered and you get like, fucking leave me alone, I'm trying to fucking do this. Or you try and do that job and you're ill. You've got a real banging fucking headache. Or you feel a bit sick. And it just doesn't function. And you sit there and go, I just can't fucking do it. It's that. Just like, that's what happens to me. It's just I don't have a reason for it. It's that simple. When I say I can't do something, I can't do it. No one gets that. But everyone should get that because it happens to fucking everyone. It happens to fucking everyone. If someone's just had a big fucking shock, you wouldn't expect them to go and give a speech and that sort of shit. You know, there are acceptable times when the brain just doesn't function because it's in disarray, because you're unwell. So then you naturally sort of excuse yourself from tasks that you would normally be able to do. And you go, do you know what, mate? One of them days, pack your shit away, do it tomorrow. You give up because you know there's no point trying. And you all fucking do that one. Everyone does that one. And that's what this is fucking like. But there's nothing to blame it on. There's no shock that's just happened, or there is something to blame it on, but you know that thing that you're blaming it on isn't sort of worth getting that flustered over, so no one will understand why you're that flustered and why you can't function. But the fact is you can't function because you're flustered. So then someone telling you that the flusteredness ought not to exist because the instigator of the flusteredness wasn't sufficient to produce that much flusteredness. But then that's what they're saying should happen. But then just take that away for a minute. Just deal with that bit. Treat the bullet wound. Who gives a fuck who shot the gun? The flusteredness is there, no matter how many times people tell you that it shouldn't be. Am I making sense? I don't even know. I don't even fucking know. I don't want to sound like a cynical old bastard, but it's just infuriating. It's infuriating when this shit happens and people tell you you can stop it just by thinking. You can stop it just by perspectivizing and comparing and rationalizing and shit. Because you do all that, and it's the physical shit still there, but the physical shit affects you mentally and spiritually and cognitively. Conversations become really difficult to follow, and there's just a weirdness in the air. That's what there was. I was just walking around Winton, and there's just a fucking weirdness in the air, and I didn't want to look at people. I wasn't scared of them, but I looked scared. I would have probably looked scared or anxious. I know when I was eating my food. Like, the waitress was really chatty, and I chatted to her when I came in, and it was just sort of starting to happen. And I know I'd zoned right out, and I was just staring, and like my chicken had gone all out of focus. And she came to ask, like, is everything all right with your meal? Like they all do. And it was just like this, yeah. And I just felt my voice not working, and I was looking at her thinking, what? And it was just weird. But then when that happens, I know that I just look like a nervous, stammering dick. And I'm conscious of that. So then I'm just cutting myself off for like, and then I tell myself not to worry, don't give a fuck about it. And then all of those conversations all have their own fucking point that they keep making in my head, and I'm just going to shut the fuck up. And the whole time the feeling's there. That's what it's like when I have to just fucking go home. And it's like, I can't imagine anyone wanting to sit next to me when I'm like this, because I give off such negativity and downliness. And I don't like doing that to people. I don't want to fucking drain people. People like me are draining when we're like this. And that's why a lot of us stay in, because we don't want to inflict ourselves on people. But if you say that to someone, they'll go, oh, don't put yourself down. That is the standard response. Don't put yourself down. Fucking not. You're deciding that it's down. I didn't say down. I didn't say I'm putting myself down. I'm being fucking realistic. Just the same as I'm being realistic when I feel nauseous that I shouldn't eat. Because I'll be sick. I know I'll be sick because I feel nauseous. So why eat? So you know when you're feeling shit, you know you will be socially fucking awkward and like hard work and easy to just walk away from and think, I don't need negative energy around me. I'm living my life in a positive way. Da-di-da-di-da. I'm going to go off and be positive. Don't blame you. Don't blame you. Because it's difficult to be around someone when they're in this mood. So, yeah, that's why I say it. That's why a lot of people say it. It's like, I know what happens. What happened the other day when I argued with that geezer? And I just went to fucking bits. I just fucking stood in the corner of the fucking room and cried. I was offered a little room. Again. Do you know what I mean? That will make anyone not like themselves when they just see themselves acting like that and think, why this huge fucking reaction? Why this fucking several hours of confusion afterwards? over fuck all, over someone's opinion that didn't fucking matter. Shit like that. Of course you're not going to like yourself. You wouldn't. If that kept happening, no matter how hard you tried not to, you wouldn't fucking like yourself. It would knock your confidence. It would knock your self-esteem. Being told, but you're lovely, wouldn't have a fucking effect on you. It's lovely that people think I'm lovely. People say that a lot. It's nice. But they're two separate things. One doesn't have an effect on the other. They're two separate things. I can't, you know, it feels like if I'm told I'm lovely, it's going to make that go away, and it doesn't. And because in a very logical fucking way, I don't feel fucking lovely, because I'm not fucking lovely. I'm not fucking lovely. I've got this fucking horrible darkness that I'm really trying to shake. And it's draining. That's not lovely. It's fucking difficult. It's difficult for people to be around. And of course it makes the loneliness worse. Of course it makes the loneliness worse. You feel like a fucking pity case when you're someone like me, because, you know, I can't communicate in the same way. I am fucking different. That's one thing I've fucking learned with the personality disorder thing, about communicating with groups of people. And I've always been told that I can't do that because I'm a big head and I'm full of myself, and those are some of the more negative things I've had said. But I can easily see how it comes across that way, that I can only communicate when it's just me and you, or me talking to the group, sort of thing, when I'm the centre of attention. But it's actually that I can't actually fucking communicate. And I miss lots of shit. And that's been one of the fundamentals of why I'm quite socially fucking awkward. And I have to just fucking act out, because it's kind of sometimes all I've got. It's just to be the fucking wacky one. Because I can't be the anything else one. I don't know. I think I need to end it anyway. I don't know if I've concluded anything or what I'm going to call it. But yeah, I'll leave it there for now.